My name is Dave Bennett. I'm from Waterford, Michigan, and I'm a jazz musician that occasionally dabbles in some other types of music such as rockabilly and swing and gospel. I started playing clarinet when I was 10 years old, and then I picked up the guitar when I was 11. I heard Jerry Lee Lewis when I was 13, so I decided to pick up the piano as best I could. And I also started playing professionally when I was 13 years old. And by the time I was 14 is when I started touring the country. There were various things that went into the record and the song itself. One is that the period of time leading up to this record, I didn't really know where I was going professionally or personally. What led me to become my own person and give me that final boost of confidence, I was speaking with Denny Stillwell, the president of Mack Records, and he just said to me, if you're going to be the one to take this instrument into the 21st century, I think you should do your own music. And it was like this light bulb went off in my head. I thought, this is what I have to do. I wrote Blood Moon with my co-writer Shelley Berger, and that's one song on the album that we basically wrote the song in one take. We just kind of read each other's mind. He went a certain place and we just played together, and we basically wrote the song as is. That was a very, very magic moment. That song was a gift, really, because it was very special. The major influences for this record were my deep love for the music of Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. And I know that stuff doesn't really mesh with the jazz world per se, but the grooves, the dark atmospheric tones of their music is something that seeps out in my playing. But it's just all about things that felt natural to me. The way that we put the band together for this may come as a bit of a surprise, because 3 months prior to the session, I was on the road every weekend on tour someplace, and I didn't have time to rehearse a band. So Shelley got the top musicians in Toronto and rehearsed them on my behalf. And I trust him completely. So we went into the studio, had one short rehearsal late the night before, and then knocked the record out in 2 days. Not having met the guys before, we just did it. And everybody couldn't have been easier to work with or more professional. Everybody gave 120%. There's several different genres that you can hear during our show. For me personally, good music is good music. If you're doing a jazz show, and then suddenly I jump on the piano and do a Jerry Lee Lewis song, and we work the crowd up into a frenzy, or then I jump behind the drums and do a duet with my drummer. Those aren't things you usually see in very many shows, so maybe that's something that makes our project a little different than others. But it's a ball. I mean, it's just, these are things I enjoy doing. I'm thankful that we can do them. My faith influenced this record in several ways. It showed me personally that you can be at ground zero emotionally and not think there's really any way out, or you wonder how you're going to get out of a certain place. Shelley and I got together, we started writing, we thought, can we even do this? And then we just kept working and working and working, and over a long period of time, we wrote some things we're really happy with, and it's doing well. So it proved to me that all those hours of prayer and searching, that if you keep working at it and you keep persevering and not let the darkness get you down too bad, that you can climb out of it and you can see your dreams come true, things that you didn't know you could do.